First of all, let's start with probably the most obvious question, and that is, why now?
Yeah, why now? You know, obviously it's a good question. I just know in my heart, I know it's time. I always knew that what you kind of pray about is say that you'll know when. This has been an incredible job, and I've loved it. It's been an opportunity, a blessing. UH Athletics gets in your heart, you know that. But I just feel like, it's just time, and it's time for the next adventure. And really, I wanted to have this transition to where we could do it thoughtfully and not just leave us, because a lot of times it doesn't end well. It ends very quick.
A lot of people don't get to control their own destiny. You do.
Yeah, that's true. And really just to be able to prepare for next. I've got a file on the side of my desk that's for the next person, just with a lot of random thoughts and some things for them to look into that we're trying to still accomplish in the next few months and in the next few years.
Well, I was going to ask you later in this conversation, but I will cut to that chase now. Are you going to be involved in any way in the selection of the next person? Either way, what would you have to say to him or her, whoever gets the job?
And besides, don't do it. I think the most important thing is you really have to have a heart for this place. I mean, they say, people care what you know once they know you care. I think that's so critical. This, in Hawaii, it's a recruiting story when I tell recruits that you're not just playing for the team, your university, you're playing for the whole state. And that's an incredible responsibility and opportunity.
You're the university's 20th athletics director. You were here for 8 years. Coming in here to the Stan Sheriff or to Aloha Stadium previously, TC Ching, Les Murakami, wherever. That's the fun part of the job, watching the games go down. It's not that easy though when it comes to funding, hiring coaches. There's a lot of challenges that come with the job. Geography, pretty much right there at the top of the list.
Yeah, I mean, you are right. The best part of the job is, because people go, gosh, we see at all the events. Well, that's the fun part of the job. Meeting with student athletes, talking to them, developing them, helping them in their futures, is awesome. The job's tough. I mean, resources, we have to steward our resources well. In Hawaii, the neat thing, and I tell the student athletes, it's great that everybody cares. It's a challenge that everybody cares, but it's a lot better than apathy. The fact that people care is a good thing. That means you got a fighting chance. But it's tough though, because when people care, they have opinions, and the whole thing. And going back to your question before, what would I tell the next athletic director? You just got to do what you believe is right. Doesn't mean you're always going to be right, but just correct it and move on, but just do what you believe is right without agenda, without politics.
Don't read the editorials or all the comments in the newspaper.
Yeah, those probably aren't healthy.
Obviously, you've had some incredible challenges, COVID, where you had to make difficult decisions. Most recently, the abrupt shutdown of Aloha Stadium and the completion of TC Ching, which is a beautiful facility, but obviously as a Division 1A school, you want to have more than 10 or 13 or 15,000 seats. So you've had a lot on your plate.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, very proud of the team, from our athletic trainers to our media people to everyone during COVID. I think we got through it in a healthy and safe manner. I mean, at one point, I know we had 15,000 tests and 32 positive, so we took it seriously. We got through it well. Takes great teamwork. And the Clarence TC Ching Field, I mean, transitioning to that and getting it done in 8 months, that takes a village, that takes a lot of people, that takes a cheerleader too. But very proud of that facility. But you're right, that's not the destination facility for University of Hawaii football. It's a great place to get us to next. We're excited to be expanding to over 15,000 this fall, this summer. And really just proud of the whole universities, everyone coming together to make it happen. And not just athletics, but the Office of Project Delivery, David Lassner, the provost, everyone just really getting in there.
You've had a lot of challenges, but also some successes. I look up and I see a couple back-to-back University of Hawaii men's volleyball championships, and a very real possibility that you could have a three-peat this spring. There's been some incredible moments that you've been able to preside over.
Yeah, there really has been. I mean, obviously the back-to-back national championships. What's neat about the men's volleyball team is they win academic honors also. One of the best academic teams in the NCAA, and we had the Elite 90 winner last year, which was the highest grade point in the NCAA tournament.
When you look at this program, and the volleyball team is it kind of represents what Hawaii is. It's all different people from all over the place. That's what Hawaii is. We're a melting pot. Yeah. So to kind of see that blend of people, and it's represented in the players, it's represented in the fans. I mean, that's also what makes this place pretty unique and special.
I totally agree. I think what's special about here is what happens is people come to Hawaii from all over the world to participate as a student athlete here, and it changes them. But they also teach us too. We learn on both sides, so it's incredible, and all of our teams are represented, you know, with people from all over the world.
Do you feel good in where the program is and where it's headed, that you're going to leave it on a pretty stable and solid footing?
You know, yes, there's always more work to do. There's a few things I want to get done before I'm going. You know, but I feel like you know, I'm appreciative for, you know, the team, which is staff, coaches, student athletes. I think a lot's been accomplished. I think there's a lot more work to do. The landscape has changed in college athletics, so I guarantee you, what we do today, we have to change tomorrow.
You started in the ticket office selling tickets. You've been part of this university for a whole long time, and now here you are. Retiring at the end of the semester in the spring, but what's next for you? Is there still another chapter to be written personally?
Yeah, I you know, my wife says it this way, we're up for another adventure. You know, I don't think my wife wants me home all the time, so I think there is something next. I don't know what it is, you know, and I don't think anything, it will be, if something can capture my heart like this place, that would be amazing. But you know, you just want to make a difference. Not sure what it is, but I do know, I think there's something else out there for me.
I'm sure there's a season ticket for you. You're still going to be here rooting on the home team.
100%, 100%.
Right on. Thank you.
Thank you.
Congrats,
Thanks,
best of luck.
Thank you.